everybody, this is Mark, City Creek Bottoms, with another fireside chat. Well, today I'm standing at one of the quarry holes, as we call a pit. This is the North Quarry. I've actually worked in that hole. Used to go down there and work on the pumps and all that stuff. Been telling you I was going to show you one spot that you could see this. And if you can see way back in yonder, you can see the processing plant. There's another big hole way in yonder, about a mile away. When I worked out here, I don't know what happened there for a minute, but it shut itself off. But what I was going to show you, right in there is the old dump for when this was plant 1, as we called it. That other plant right yonder is plant 2, then there's plant 3 on over yonder. And it's hard to see all up because of the trees, and there's silos back over here. It's a big old plant. You can go Google it and look at it, and you can see how big the place really is. But what me and David was talking about back then, the old dump was right here. And the guy, Dwight, was on second shift, came up here to dump the truck. And while he was out dumping the truck is when he caught a booger, started chasing him around the truck, and he finally got away from it. I think he dove in the truck, went out the other door, and took off back to the plant. And it used to not be far to the plant. Before I went into maintenance, I used to run a dryer. It was probably right in yonder, about where them trees are. That's how close I was to this pit when I was in that dryer. I could walk right out my door, walk across a little set of tracks, and I could look off in this pit. Now, they were mining out of it then, so, but of course nobody would come back over here at night after he said something about it, and they came the next day to get the truck and found the footprints all over it. So really interesting. We're going to try to catch up with him and talk with him about it. They discovered this marble when Andrew Jackson was in here fighting the Creek Indians. It was sticking up out of the ground everywhere. And Dr. Edward Grant was a physician with the Army, and I think he came back later on, started getting in the mining process, and over the years other people have. This old hole actually belonged to the company Moretta Hare at one time. Moretta, if y'all know, he was a famous sculptor. He came from Italy. He bought part of this. He was the one getting the slabs out to make the stones, statues, and then later on he sold out, and of course he passed away. He had a studio in Birmingham. He was real famous around the world about all his sculptures. He said this was some of the best marble in the world to sculpture. Also, this is the widest, purest marble in the world. Now, looking at the hole, you can't tell it, but you can see some of this rock still pretty white. Now, it's got tarnish and mold on it from the years, but when it first comes out, it is solid white. It's actually beautiful. All right. I just wanted to come out here and show you all this. Like I said, I heard they're fixing to start mining back in here. I don't really know why they're coming back this way, because they still got room to go in that other quarry. So I don't know why they want to come back over here. Maybe they're getting in some bad rock over there that ain't real good. Maybe something with a lot of mud or something in it, and they want to expand. It'll take them years to knock this down. This hole here is way over 100 years old. So it takes, it took a lot of time to mine this, and but it's and there used to be another one over here, right in here, and they mined into it. It was another one, and there used to be an old plantation house sitting right back up in here. And there used to be a road went all the way through here. You can kind of still, it used to be a county road way back in the day. But this is it. This is owned by the company Imries. They bought it out in '99 from ECC. ECC bought it out, you know, from Marietta Hire. Then there was another 2 companies here at one time, Georgia Marble Company out of Georgia, and that's who Imries bought. And then there was one called Thompson Wyman. They got bought out by a company called Cypress, and then ECC acquired that. And so now it's just 2 owners here. The other one is Amia, which is a private mining company. They came in here in the 90s. They got a hole back down toward Fayetteville called the Brown Quarry. You can Google and you'll see it. But anyway, this is it. So, well, we're gonna get off here. I just thought I'd show you this a little bit, and we'll go from there. I'll have some more video for this. Bye bye. What are you doing, sister? What are you doing? All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the little video from the quarry and the little about Dwight getting chased around the truck. We are going to try to catch up with Dwight. I know he's an older guy now. He's probably in his 70s. I'm going to try to catch up with him and see, you know, if he's willing to tell it on video, or at least tell it in his voice. This is sugar cane right here. I've got several of them up. I've got to come a hole around them. A lot of them didn't come up, but it'll be enough for me to get a start for next year. I think that freeze we had right there right around Christmas done me in. I think I didn't have them covered up enough with some leaves. Looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them up, 9, which is the start. What I'll do is let them get up to they'll get up about 10 foot tall, 8 to 10 foot tall, and then I'll, right for, for frost, I'll come harvest them. I'll cut them up and rebury them to get a better stand. My hope is to get it all the way up through here, a whole stand of sugar cane. That way I can start making syrup. So we got a good rain last night, sometime after midnight. I was watching it from work on radar on my break time and pulled the weather up, and so corn's looking good. I can tell it got some water. You can tell it's really starting. It's been kind of sitting here because it ain't been getting no rain. Well, we got a little more chance later tonight. So this ought to make this corn go to booming. And you can tell this is the later corn here, and that's the corn that was like a week or 2 ahead. So what amazing is what I planted 2 weeks behind almost caught what was planted early. Me and my dad used to notice that. It was weird. Sometimes the corn that you plant in May about near catch up what you plant in April. You know, it's kind of, that is in this part of the country. So, but now I hope you enjoyed about the quarry a little bit, that little video. Like I said, I will hopefully be getting in touch with the Dwight. I've got to get back down to y'all, and that's where a crawfish is digging. I know there's water up under here somewhere. You can kind of tell. I got some wet spots that stay wet year round about near it, so probably a spring. I might could dig it out and get a spring going. Let's see. Got to get down and see the guy back at Hatchet Creek. This whole next week, I'm about near off the whole week. Spend some time with my son. I couldn't take off this week because somebody else was off at work. So it's kind of been a damper. But hopefully next week, me and Jonathan can get out and do some different things and show y'all some more video. Maybe get, you know, get the guy at Hatchet Creek, maybe go get the guy in Clay County. Check back with my neighbors over here. I know they been in and out of town, so just have to check and see if they're available. So maybe, I know me and him's gonna go kayaking a couple of times, so we're thinking about going down there to Hatchet Creek where Mr. Bell has been seeing that one. We thought about floating up the creek to see if anything happens with us. So it might be one of those, maybe I'll interview that guy, and then me and Jonathan might ease up the creek in the kayaks and see if anything happens. Let's see. Don't know of anything right offhand going on anywhere. If y'all didn't see Flat Rock's interview Sunday with Spencer and Misty, y'all go check that out. Flat Rock has a lot of activity on his property. Y'all go check it out. Flat Rock's a very good guy. I really like Flat Rock. Y'all go check it out. Let's see. I was trying to think. Kind of tired today. My brain ain't thinking. We had a couple of rough nights at work. Yeah, gotta plow my peas. They looking rough. They've been just sitting here. Peas at the house look a lot better. Kind of really planted these for the deer. Maybe keep them away from the house a little bit, but we'll see. I don't know if that'll work or not. Was going to do the video earlier, but we had a transfer truck broke down in the road right there, and it was pretty loud. So he finally got a mechanic out here to fix it, and they moved on a while ago. And so anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the live we done the other night from the mountain. I hope you enjoyed what Kathy had to say. We're gonna get her back on some more. May even do a live next Friday, not this Friday, but next with her, if she's available, and let her tell some more of her stuff of the encounters and the paranormal that she's had. I appreciate Kathy and David sharing the stuff that's happened to them. I appreciate everybody that shared their stuff, because this helps us as researchers, or I don't really call myself a researcher, but anyway, it kind of helps us start determining patterns or things, and we find out a lot of things are similar, and it helps us. Another thing, it just gets the truth out there. That's the biggest thing, is let people know these things exist, that they are in our national forest, they're in our management areas, wildlife management areas, they're on private land, they're right around towns. I mean, they're right around subdivisions. They're there, and there's some other stuff that pops up in there with them too, here and there, and we know that the paranormal, most of us know the paranormal exists, because most of us that's had Bigfoot activity has also usually experienced some paranormal. Either it be through the, seeing the orbs or stuff, hitchhiking, coming home. So kind of looking for footprints, but I don't see nothing. That's why I tilled this other day to get it real fine, because I'm trying to keep it going around the edges to see if I catch him. The one that's around here, see if I catch him walking through. And right after this rain tonight, to be a time to look, because he might decide to come through. Watermelons is starting to go. I gotta plow them. I gotta hoe them. So they're starting to get some runners on them, so that's good. Hopefully me and him will get the pumpkins planted first of next week, where they'll come off about the 1st of October. So, sitting here listening a minute, thought I heard something, but I didn't. Be careful, son, don't get in that. That'll stick to your shoes there now. I forgot what they call these little things right here. See these here? This thing's got the little berries. I can't remember the name of them. They get huge. That sucker will get up to 6-7 foot tall.
They're kind of squishy. It's
like, yeah, I'm trying to remember what the name of them things are. I know it's on the tip of my tongue what they are. I don't know. Some of y'all viewers will know probably what that is. Rebecca probably know too.
Tell us if you can eat them.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what that is. This field's got, last year there was a good many of them popped up out here. I don't know what them things are. I can't, it's on the tip of my tongue. Well, y'all, like I said, I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. And I don't want to do a bunch of rambling. One other thing I'll mention, you know, is there's some people out there got legit photographs. And anytime you out and about in a place and you think something's going on, you need to be snapping pictures. Just start in line and work around it, and you know, you never know what you might end up with. I know most pictures end up being blurry or too far away and it's hard to tell, but there's some people out there with the legit stuff. You know, when I see some of the pictures, I can tell you right off the bat, there's something there. There is something there. So, you know, when people post their pictures and stuff, don't downgrade them. If you can't see what's in there, just let it go. You know, just tell you, say, sorry about that. Just tell them, hey, I can't see what you're talking about, you know. And, you know, and that's one thing about us in the Bigfoot world. You know, we need to get that judgmental out of us. Yeah, I know I'm preaching. But we need to get that judgmental out of us. We pretty much know when we're seeing something fake or somebody's making up stuff. We pretty much know that when that's happening. If you've been around this long enough, I can usually interview somebody, and within 5 or 10 minutes, I know they're telling the truth. Because there's always little key things that people mention that just catches your attention. And most people are not going to make this stuff up. Most people ain't going to waste other people's time. I mean, you know, I don't post the photos I get too much. I'll post, you know, like footprints or something out of the ordinary that I know is not right. You know, like the tree bows, or, you know, like I showed the thumbprint on the air conditioner, or the handprint in Rebecca's car. But if I get actually a picture of one, I'm probably not going to share it with everybody. And I know a lot of people say that, you know, that ain't a good way to be, but it probably ain't, because I just don't want to go through the rigmarole with some people. I'll share it, you know, with the people, and anybody, you know, wants to email me and wants me to share it with them or something like that, I will. But I just ain't gonna post much stuff out there of pictures. And I don't have too many pictures. I think I have 1 or 2 pictures of something, and that's what I say, something. Because I don't really know what it is. Could be a booger. You know, I went back and tried to, and that's the other thing, when you take pictures, go back and debunk them if you can. Go back and take a picture of that spot, try to do it the same time of day, same angle, take another spot and see if it's gone. Tells you a lot right there. And, you know, So don't be judgmental with people. If you don't see it, just say, hey, I can't see it, and let it go from there. You know, there's no sense downgrading people. I can't stand that. That just gets on my nerves. That's you know, we don't live too long in this world, and we don't need to be derogatory to people. You know, and like I always tell, we need to love one another, get along, not be judgmental, support each other. All right, y'all, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I've done my little preaching for today, so we're going to get off here. Y'all go support everybody we support. Spencer and Misty at Woodwalkers. I don't know who they'll have on this coming up Sunday, but Spencer, I have somebody good. The Beast Crew. I think tomorrow night, I think Misty and Sherry's gonna be on talking about some of their stuff. Chris had a good show last night. Listened to it on the way to work. Come in at the end of the live, but I ended up finishing. I think Kyle's back tonight. This is Wednesday, so I think Kyle's back tonight with a live, and so y'all go support them. And of course, like I said, we got Mr. Nunley with Inhumanoids. He's posted a couple things in the last few weeks, and Hellbent Holler went and done a live investigation Saturday night. Real interesting. Really interesting. So y'all go check it out. And y'all know everybody else, Deep South, Perma Pastures, and like I said, there's a lot more. You know, Flat Rock has a Facebook page, Flat Rock Boogers. You got Miss Bama down South Alabama with Bama BF. Y'all go check her stuff out. She's always got some very interesting things. She has some very interesting pictures. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I hope everybody has a good week. We'll be back live Friday night. Maybe back live from Creepy Mountain again, according to weather. We may go back up there and might try another spot that I think that we can do a live from. So if anybody knows anything, let me know anything going on. Still enjoy getting the emails from people, and still enjoy the comments y'all leave. Leave them comments. And one thing I was gonna say too, before I go real quick, if you are wanting to fool with boogers, there's one thing I hadn't really talked about. There's something that you can try, and I told Joe and Pat this the other day, and I'm gonna let everybody else know that might wants to try this. A lot of times when you find a active booger group like me and Keith had on Creepy Mountain, we know there's some in the National Forest, and we know where some others were, but our main place was Creepy Mountain. Another thing we would do, a lot of times we would take like Crisco oil, the solid, not the liquid, but the solid, and we would put it on stuff. We'd rub it on bottles or anything else. When we were doing the feeding, we would do that, and a lot of times that's how we caught some hair samples or caught handprints. So something to think about. You take a 2-liter bottle, go get you a string, pull it up over a limb where it's hanging up in the air where like a coon and deer and all that stuff can't get to it. Put some marbles or put anything in there that might get their curiosity, and fill that bottle full of Crisco oil. They're gonna come up there and more likely grab that bottle. They may come up there and lick it all off. And You know, me and Keith done some stuff like that, and a lot of times the bottles disappeared too. We never did see them again. So, but we did find some that had handprints. We got them sent off through Mr. Tall, and it came back. It wasn't human. That was going out to Texas to that Jimmy, I can't remember his name, that was the FBI agent. He'd done a lot of stuff for Mr. Tall. Both of them being in law enforcement, I guess, you know, they knew each other. So, all right, and another thing, y'all remember my friend Kumbo. He's supposed to be having surgery today. I did message Greg to see how the surgery went, and he said so far he hasn't heard anything. So that was around 5 o'clock. It's around 7 now. So y'all remember Kumbo in prayer. And I'm gonna get off here, so y'all give us a like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification button. Check and make sure you're still subscribed to us. That way you get the notifications when we put out a video or do a live. We'll be back Friday night at 7 o'clock from somewhere. I was told they have a sail booster that works now. I'm going to look into that a little bit more to see if Jonathan stepped on the dog that's playing. So I'm gonna see about that to help boost and see if it works. I know some of the other ones they say ain't worth 2 cents, but we're gonna look into this a little more. So all right, y'all love one another, get along, not be judgmental, support people. We love you, and we'll see you Friday night if nothing don't happen. This is Mark from City Creek Bottoms. We'll talk with you later. Bye-bye. Minute, play with her.
Huh?
All right, play with her. I got you on video a minute.
Yes.
Huh?
Alrighty, hen. Tired.
Oh, she gotta go get water. I'm thirsty. He wore me out. Oh, me. All right, bye-bye.